Help support AMTV by becoming a patron, an AMTV staff member, and following us over on Twitter. Hi there guys, it's Adam Martin here, and welcome back to another episode of the Now Review. And it's that time of the year again. It's not just, well, it's not a spin-off, it's another numbered release. These happen typically 3 times a year. This is the second numbered release of 2021. So let's get into Now That's What I Call Music 109. So first things first, I think we have to talk about the front cover. As you can see, there is lots of summer fair motifs going on. You can see Ferris wheels, you can see festival tents, I can see more Ferris wheels, and also at the top there you can see a little pig balloon carrying on the pig motif that originally started way back in Now 3, but has also continued recently. They brought it back for Now 100, and it's sort of popped up here and there as it's gone. So a really colourful cover, very summer-oriented, very carnival festival type thing. I really dig it. It has a really fun feel to it. All the colours, I did worry because there's so many colours that they'd all either blend together or wouldn't work as well. But actually, they do look pretty good here, so I'm all for it. The number 109 itself actually reminds me of the designs they use when they do the Naughties releases, that style font. It's not the font they used to do, but I've gotten used to it now. They've been using it since Now either 100 or 101, so I'm all for it now. And as with recent tradition in these new Now albums, it's not just the cover, you actually get a list of artists who will appear, not necessarily a full one, but I mean, you've got such artists here as Lil Nas X, Olivia Rodrigo, Justin Bieber, KSI, The Weeknd, and Ariana Grande, Coldplay, Billie Eilish, Calvin Harris, and many, many more. Hard for me to read from this distance, but you can see, you got a lot of artists on here, so we'll spin on round to the track list. And it says at the top, you can see the best of the best. Well, we're going to see if that's the case. So, let's see what's on here, eh? Okay, so CD1, you have Lil Nas X with Montero, Call Me By Your Name. I think that was the one where the music video upset certain corners of religious communities. But hey, all for it, man. Lil Nas X is great. You've got Justin Bieber with various other people with Peaches off his new album, Justice. Peaches, yeah, it's chilled out. It's very relaxed. I think there are other songs off that album that are better, but hey, it's the one that catches on, I suppose. Olivia Rodrigo with Good For You. Now, of course, Olivia Rodrigo had the big hit Driver's License earlier this year, which seemed to stay at the top of the charts forever and ever and ever. I've heard her debut album, which I think is called Sour, is quite good, but I haven't listened to it yet, so maybe one day I will. Calvin Harris feat Tom Greenan, I think that says By Your Side. Mad that Calvin Harris is still pumping out big hits. I think his first hit was back in 2008 around, or 2007, so 13 14 years. It's a good record on the pop charts. You've got Joel Corry with Ray and David Guetta with Bed. It just says Bed. Yeah, I do enjoy that song though, to be fair. David Guetta appears again with Galantis and Little Mix for Heartbreak Anthem. Nice. You got The Weeknd and Ariana Grande with Save Your Tears, the remix. I actually haven't heard the remix with Ariana. I do like the original Save Your Tears, but I have not heard the remix, so nice that we've got that there. You've got KSI feat Youngblood and Palo G with Patience. Now, of course, KSI, the YouTuber, he's recently been making inroads into music. I actually reviewed or gave my thoughts on his first album, Dissimulation, last year. You can go and check that out. And he's had a new album too, which I might review in the future as well. But Patience was actually a really big hit. I think it got top 5 here in the UK, which is mad. Obviously, he's come so far from being a YouTuber, so big up KSI, man. You got Rag & Bone Man and Pink with Anywhere Away From Here. Big song. Rag & Bone Man's had a good track record with that second album of his, hasn't he? Ella Henderson and Tom Greenan, again, he's popped up. Let's Go Home Together. Not my favourite song of the year. I think it's quite repetitive without much merit, but, it's done well, and fair play to him. You've got Anne-Marie and Niall Horan with Our Song. Now, I haven't heard this much, but I have just picked up Anne-Marie's new second album, Therapy, so I'll be hearing that on there, and I do like Anne-Marie. I think she's got a good style for this generation. You've got Marshmello and the Jonas Brothers with Leave Before You Love Me, which has had a lot of radio airplay over the last few weeks. Really nice song, nice combination as well, so yeah, happy with that. You've got Griff with Black Hole. Can't say I've heard that one. Billie Eilish with Your Power, good song. I know Billie Eilish is very hit or miss amongst people, but I like her, man. Let her go. You got Sigrid with Mirror. You've got Majestic and Boney M with the remix of Rasputin, which I believe got big via TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. I sound so old, but I believe that was a TikTok thing, so you'll have to let me know on that one, but cool that it's there. You've got Noizu with Summer 91, Looking Back, don't think I've heard that one. Becky Hill with Last Time. You've got Doja Cat, Feet SZA with Kiss Me More. Polo G with Rap Star, so he appears on here for the second time. You've got Masked Wolf with Astronaut in the Ocean. Bruno Mars and various other people with Leave the Door Open. I haven't heard that. Have I heard that? I don't think I have. Bruno Mars, apart from like the various features he's done recently, I haven't heard like any new main tracks from him, or if he's got a new album coming out. So I'll have to listen to that one for sure. He's been around for a while now too. You got Jessie Ware with Remember Where You Are. I think Jessie Ware is a great singer, so that'll be a lovely one to listen to. And finishing off disc one, you have Elton John and Years with It's a Sin, which was performed at the Brit Awards this year. Of course, the song was originally done by the Pet Shop Boys, which got to number one back in the late 80s. Ollie Alexander of Years starred in the It's a Sin TV show, for which he did like an acoustic cover. And this one with Elton John is sort of a mix of that slower cover with the more original stylings of the PSB track. So, nice one to close it out though, and that is 24 tracks on disc 1. CD2 then, you've got Coldplay with Higher Power. I know that's one of the new ones. Haven't listened to it yet though. I know they've got a new album coming out. They've been going 20 years, man. Mad. You've got KSI with Holiday. So KSI appears here again, and this song, I don't know if it got to number 1 quite yet, but it was on number 2 last time I checked. I mean, if he got number 1, that'd be absolutely insane. He actually made his first Now appearance, I believe, back in Now, that's what I call 92, with Keep Up, back in 2015. You've got Tom Greenan with Little Bit of Love. You've got Rag and Bone Man. So that's the third time for Tom Greenan there. Rag and Bone Man, second appearance with All You Ever Wanted. Really good song. Big like 80s feel to that. Love that song. Years and Years with Starstruck. Of course, I've heard that a lot on the radio. Jack Savaretti and Nile Rodgers with Who's Hurting Who. I think I've heard that played on the radio. It's because he's got his new, is it Europeana? Like the mix of styles and new genre or something. You've got Olivia Rodrigo again with Deja Vu. Haven't really heard that one. You've got Mimi Webb with Good Without. You've got Little Mix feat. Sweetie with Confetti, and I've got their Confetti album from last year. Nice album that one was. You've got Russ Millions and Tion Wayne with Body. You've got A1 and J1 with Latest Trends. You've got Central C with Commitment Issues. Air D with Oliver Twist. Tom Zanetti still making hits? Tom Zanetti's from round my way in South Yorkshire, so that's big. Tom Zanetti with Didn't Know. You've got Nathan Dorr, Anne-Marie, and Mo Stack with Way Too Long. Jonas Blue and Leon with Hear Me Say. Regard, Troye Sivan and Tate McRae with You. Celeste with Tonight Tonight, really like Celeste's work. Aurora with Runaway. Now, is that the Aurora who did the guest vocal on Into the Unknown for Frozen 2? If it is, that'd be really cool. You've got London Grammar with How Does It Feel? They had a great new album this year, by the way. Highly recommend that. You've got Pink with All I Know So Far. She's had hits, since like the early 2000s, man. The fact she's still getting big hits is madness. James Arthur with Medicine. Royal Blood with Typhoons. And Måneskin with I Want to Be Your Slave. This is cool because obviously Måneskin won Eurovision 2021. This isn't the song they won with, but this song stormed the UK charts. I think it ended up top 20 or maybe even top 10. So yeah, definitely check that out. And that is another 24 tracks, folks, which means Now 109 boasts 48 tracks across 2 discs, which is quite a feat. And I think, and people might correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time 48 tracks have been squeezed onto 2 discs. It's no easy feat. CDs only have a limited amount of space, so that's really cool. Opening up the album, just seeing the inside. So on the left there, you have what is essentially the front cover, just without the Now logo and the artist list. So it's really cool. You got the Skydrop ride there, it says. You got Ferris wheels. There's hot air balloon rides going on. A lot going on at this fun fair. Again, a really nice, fun summer design for this album. And then CD1, there you go. It's got this Ferris wheel motif, and I actually quite like this. The colours are nice. The orange does sort of blend well into the red. Part of me says I would have chosen different colours, although I'm not quite sure which. But yeah, the motif works. The Ferris wheel design's nice. And here is CD2, which is blue with like a light blue, or I don't know what you call that, but yeah, just a lighter blue motif there. Again, this is a really nice design. Really good job. And of course, follow Now Music on all their social medias or for weekly updates, so on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. No adverts this time for other like now spin-offs, which they used to do that, but maybe this is the numbered release, they just want to focus on the socials. So just to open up the booklet, as this has one. Oh look, advertisements out now 8 and now 9. So of course they've been re-releasing the numbered ones from the beginning, starting with Now 1, which came out with Now 101 a few years ago. So yeah, you can get these on CD. They did do them on vinyl, but I think that was only Now 1 and 2. I think they stopped that, so it's just CD. This is mainly because these were often not printed much on CD back in the 80s when CD was still a new format. So it makes sense to reprint them here, I guess. And sadly, there is no text boxes or pictures of the artist. I think they've really abandoned this trend now. I guess it saves on paper and you can find it all online, but it is a shame. It was such a mainstay for a long time. But look, other albums. You got the Now Yearbook 83, Now That's What I Call Summer, Now That's What I Call 12-inch 80s, and Now the Anthems Live Forever are also available. And I have done reviews on all 4 of these. Just check the Now Review playlist. They will all be there. And on the back, of course, it's that lovely artwork. Okay, so we've looked at the album, the track list, the inside. So what do we think? Well, of course, if you pick up the numbered series, then this is an essential album to basically catch up on the last few months of chart music, as it always is. I got my copy from HMV, who are currently celebrating their 100th anniversary, so that's pretty cool. And there it was £11.99. I'm sure at various other places it might be a pound cheaper, a pound more expensive. It really depends on where you're deciding to shop with this. It is interesting, it's still in the traditional 2CD jewel case. A lot of modern CDs now, I've noticed when they come out, they're not using the plastic cases, they're just like more cardboard style, which I know people complain can get more easily damaged, but it is arguably a bit more environmentally friendly. These jewel cases are a bit of a bugger to recycle, to get rid of. They arguably cause more harm than good. So I do wonder if in the near future Now will eventually move to like more cardboard or sustainable packaging. But hey, time will tell on that one, I think. But yeah, an absolutely essential purchase. I think you knew that going into it, especially if you collect the numbered series. And yeah, 2021's had some good pop music. The last few years I've been sort of disenchanted from a lot of it, but from what I've heard, there's a lot of good pop music. Some from artists who have been around forever, some artists who are up and coming. It's a really nice mix. But that's all for this installment of the Now Review. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like on the video, always helps us out, and subscribe to the channel too. I've been Adam Martin from AMTV, and I'll see you next time. Thank you to our patrons for helping to support the show, and a special thank you to Macra, Hooks Media, Ben Freeman, Ethan Carberry-Holt, Bruce Danton, The Broken Kitsumanoid, Tobos Krotz, Polsky Liz, Globe of Reviews, Trev Hughes, and Kevin Aikman, our AMTV staff members.